Everyone there on planet Earth, Pikachu, Shelby, Billionaire here live from Waianae, Oahu, Hawaii. I want to let you all know that I found the Epstein files, secretly hidden in plain sight where most people would not suspect. When you do a little search, you're going to find AG Pam Bondi wrote a letter on February 27th, 2025. That's right, we're going back into the past to understand the present. Because recently she said there is no Epstein client list, there are no files. But what's strange about this is Pikachu found it, and I've leaked it on Facebook, on X, tagged Elon Musk, Real Candace Owens, Tulsi Gabbard, and everybody, because we found the list, and we did it on Facebook Live. But now for all of our IG fans, I want to let you know where I found the Epstein list, the evidence, the client list, the flight logs, and how you guys can follow along with me. For all of you guys who are listening and tuning in, Pikachu found the Epstein client list and the logs. So let's go through it with you and me. I got my laptop with me because it'd be very hard to put into a video. So let's just film it live for all of you guys watching out there. All right, so we got to reverse the camera. Here we go. So here's the letter from the AG. What's up, Leo Mana? And this is what I found right here. So when you go to the DOJ website, Attorney General Pamela Bondi released his first phase of declassified Epstein files, February 27th. Here you're going to see Pam Bondi saying to the FBI, we have public release files related to the convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein and the sexual exploitation of 250 underage girls in his homes in New York and Florida. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And when you scroll to the bottom, bada bing, bada boom. Here's the evidence list. Here's the flight logs. This is the 100-something pages. Here's all the small parts. This is the contact black book they found in New York around 54th Street, and this is the masseuse list. So when you click on the evidence list, you're going to come up to here. There's going to be 3 pages, and you're going to see some weird, sick stuff. Towers, photos, videos, red tape. Here's what stood out to me. On the 3rd page, you go to General, 1 red rope contained like a container. And what's inside here? Let's read it all together. 1 vibrator, 3 butt plugs, 1 set of cuffs, 1 dildo, 1 leash, 1 box of condoms, 1 nurse cap, 1 stethoscope. You're going to see right underneath 1 more butt plug, frame photos of naked females, copper handcuffs and whip. You're going to see 3 sheets of paper. You're going to start getting disgusted of the photographs, the miscellaneous, the SD cards. This is the evidence that Pam Bondi already has on file, because you can show it right here. Next is the flight logs. So when you're on the website, you guys can follow along. If you go through this, it'll give you this page, which is 118 something pages. It's 180 something long. What you're going to do here is I'm going to give you the little cheat code. So when you scroll down, you're going to see these handwritten names. And Jeffrey, you're going to see they spelled out first names in the beginning. Then when you get towards the end, you're going to say Ghislaine Maxwell is going to be a GM. Jeffrey Epstein will be a JE. And you're going to see the marks, the names. Yes, Donald Trump is on the list right here. You guys can go through it, which is quite a lot. Here on the black book, so if you guys are following along, the contact book found in 1997 on 54th Street is going to be right here. And Donald Trump's name is on page 85. For all you curious Republicans, Donald Trump, AG Pam Bondi, your name's right here, which is why they don't want to show it to you. And what's strange about the contact book, because I remember seeing this earlier in the 90s, you're going to see Lex Wessner, the White House contact names, Ivanka Trump. A lot of Trumps are on there, because you got choke contacts from all over here. Jeffrey Epstein's here, different names. Kenya, different countries. You got massage literally written in here in UK. Like, they're not even trying to hide all this shit. Medical, how to cover it up, PB, witnesses. So what's strange is if you scroll down the black book list at the bottom, where there's not supposed to be any more pages, because they redacted most of the shit, so you can't see their names, contact, phone numbers. Before you could do it. And here's where it gets freaky, folks. Here's the important emails. Jeffrey Epstein's contact list: PB, Pittsburgh, New York, NM, New Mexico, Paris, New York. Ghislaine Maxwell, 3 stars. You can see who's important based on stars. Tim Newcombe, never heard of him. Citrix Systems programmer, probably just like you guys. Shirley Palmer or Charlie Palmer. Joe Pajemo, Christopher, French driver. Important witness. Secret Service personnel escorting. See, there we go. Secret Service personnel escorting Mr. Barak Ehud, former Prime Minister of Israel, on Jeffrey Epstein planes. See, told you Mossad's connected right here, black and white on their black book. Jean-Luc Purnell, that's the modeling scout with the agency. Scout, like I said, for young females. Karen Models. David Copperfield, magician, we know the guy. Eva Anderson from Dubai. David Cook, Palm Beach. That sounds almost like Dane Cook. I'm not sure if that's the comedian. Witness, interacted and chat daily with underage girls. This is all in the Black Book in the client list. Right here on the AG Pam Bondi's website for the Department of Justice. So if you guys haven't seen the letter, I'm going to read the letter to you guys right here of what she said. So we'll go it slowly over you guys. February 27th, so we're going back into the past. Dear Director Patel, before you came into office, I requested the full and complete files related to Jeffrey Epstein. In response to this request, I received approximately 200 pages of documents, which consisted primarily of flight logs, Epstein list of contacts, and a list of victims' names and phone numbers. Bada bing, here's the client list we just went over. I repeatedly questioned whether this was the full set of documents responsive to any request and was repeatedly assured by the FBI they would receive the full set of documents. Late yesterday, I learned from a source that the FBI field office in New York was in possession of thousands of pages of documents related to the investigation and indictment of Epstein. Boom, boom, boom. Despite my repeated requests, the FBI never disclosed the existence of these files. When you and I spoke yesterday, you were just as surprised as I was to learn this new information. By 8 a.m. tomorrow, February 20th, the FBI will deliver the full and complete Epstein files to my office, including all records, documents, audio, video recordings, and materials related to Jeffrey Epstein and his clients, regardless of how such information was obtained. There will be no withholdings or limitations to my or your access. The Department of Justice will ensure any public disclosure of these files will be done in a manner to protect the privacy of victims in accordance with law, as I have done with my entire career as a prosecutor. Sounds good. I am also directing you to conduct an immediate investigation to why my order to FBI was not followed. You will deliver to me a comprehensive report of your findings and propose personnel action within 14 days. I appreciate your immediate attention to this important matter. I know that we both committed to transparency for the American people and look forward to continuing to work with you to serve our presidency and our country. Attorney General Pam Bondi. Signed, sealed, and delivered. So that's the truth of what's going down with the Epstein files. Right here, you can find it here. I'll put the links and posts below. And I'll put it here. We already put it on Facebook. So we'll put the Epstein files. Here's the letter. We're going to put it on here. And we'll send you guys the tag. You guys can follow me on Instagram. Well, you guys are already following here. Right here, Legendary Billionaire. And we'll see you guys in cyberspace. So we did find the Epstein files. And you guys can find it right here. The letter, all the details here on the Department of Justice website. And then we'll put the links down below onto this post. Once we're done with the live stream, you're going to see the update right here. And we found the list, folks. So thank you all for watching. You guys going to get the fresh intel. And I'll put the links down below so you guys can click, find a way to enjoy yourself. And you're going to be shocked by some of the names you see. Tom Hanks, Steven Spielberg, Julia Roberts, Oprah Winfrey, Sean P. Diddy Combs. A lot of names are on there. So you guys going to see the names, see the list. You can have an AI run the system for you so you don't have to describe all those small little words yourself. But you guys can go through it, have a great time, and you're going to do something amazing with this. Spread the word, share the word, find the list. I'll put the links below. Chee-hoo! Aloha. Pikachu loves you. Aloha.
This is everything. The only solace for me is that when a group of people who've experienced trauma of this kind come together united against a common enemy, there's a very special bond between us all.
A painful bond shared among these 6 women sitting together for the first time for an exclusive interview with NBC News.
I find it very comforting to be here.
Marika Chartouni, Anushka DeGiorgio, and Rachel K. Benavidez sharing their stories about Epstein for the first time on television.
I think the nature of this kind of abuse means that you're conditioned to be silent, to be isolated, secretive, and shameful.
I feel like, it was a big game for him, and we were the pieces of his game.
And you're like, I'm just not going to say anything because that's what he told me to do.
The women all have familiar stories of grooming, promises, and then sexual assault.
I can relate to pretty much every person sitting here next to me.
Virginia Roberts Giuffre says Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell recruited her one summer when she was working as a locker room attendant at Mar-a-Lago. In her first broadcast interview, Virginia tells NBC News what she has previously alleged in court filings, that Epstein directed her to also have sex with a number of powerful men, among them Britain's Prince Andrew.
He was an abuser. He was a participant.
Virginia says she was 17 when this photo was taken with the prince in Maxwell's London townhome, next to the bathroom where she says he sexually abused her.
What happened?
The first time in London, I was so young. Ghislaine woke me up in the morning and said, "You're going to meet a prince today." I didn't know at that point that I was going to be trafficked to that prince. And then that night, Prince Andrew came to her house in London, and we went out to Club Tramp. Prince Andrew got me alcohol. It was in the VIP section. I'm pretty sure it was vodka. Prince Andrew was like, "Let's dance together." And I was like, okay. And we leave Club Tramp, and I hop in the car with Ghislaine and Jeffrey, and Ghislaine said, "He's coming back to the house, and I want you to do for him what you do for Epstein." I couldn't believe it.
Virginia says the abuse moved from the bathroom to a bedroom.
He wasn't rude or anything about it. He said, thank you, and some kind of soft sentiments like that, and left. I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that even royalty were involved.
She says Prince Andrew abused her 2 more times, once in New York in Epstein's mansion, and again at his Virgin Islands estate.
Prince Andrew, of course, denies that this ever happened.
He denies that it ever happened, and he's going to keep denying that it ever happened. But he knows the truth, and I know the truth.
What do you say if people think this is about money for you, that you're trying to get money and have gotten money?
Well, unfortunately, there's this horrible law called statute of limitations. My lawyer said the way to get Ghislaine Maxwell held accountable, the way to get Jeffrey Epstein held accountable, is through them saying I'm a liar, which I'm not. So it's called a defamation suit.
Like all others she's named, Prince Andrew has denied the allegations. Buckingham Palace telling NBC News in a statement, "It is emphatically denied that the Duke of York had any form of sexual contact or relationship with Virginia Roberts. Any claim to the contrary is false and without foundation." Maxwell has not been criminally charged and has repeatedly denied the accusations against her.
What does justice look like to you now?
Justice now is holding accountable the perpetrators that helped him and participated with him, and encouraging more people to come forward so we can try to put this puzzle together and understand how it happened. How did this happen for so long? How did he get away with it?
These are questions many of these women have asked, especially now, after Epstein's suicide in jail, awaiting trial on child sex trafficking and conspiracy charges.
I feel let down, that he was able to commit suicide. Yeah, it was really upsetting.
They failed us before. Don't fail us again.
Exactly.
That's all we're asking. Take us serious. We matter. You matter. You matter, and you matter. And for all the girls out there, you all matter too.
Yes.
A message to other possible victims of Epstein still waiting in the shadows.
Jeffrey thought that we were disposable, and he threw us all away. And look who's still standing.
There's something about seeing the group of women together with those shared stories that is incredibly compelling, as is Virginia's story.
The image itself is powerful,
Yeah.
and the words even more powerful.
Yeah, you can see Savannah's full conversation, a special Dateline that is tonight at 10, 9 Central. And by the way, we are going to check in with Savannah in just a little bit and see how she's feeling in our next hour. She has come down with pneumonia, and we're going to talk to a doctor about what we can do about that.
Pikachu, Shelby the Billionaire here live for you guys on Instagram under Legendary Billionaire. We want to give you an update with Epstein files. We definitely found the list. Now we got to go to phase 2, part 2. So let's get cracking, people. So here we go. We have the Epstein files we showed last time, February 27th. And you can see we have the Epstein files list compiled here. We can't put all of this on Instagram, but you'll see the Black Book, the original YouTube video, the phase 1, the attorney letter general, blah, blah, blah. Here's the Lolita Express. The evidence list people said was disgusting. It's true. Vibrators. You see Bill Clinton on here for the flight logs. If you guys didn't see it, I don't know why the news just doesn't show it to you guys. Ben Affleck's been on there once, Ehud Barak twice. I put the frequencies, Bill Clinton 26 times, Alan Dershowitz 4. So you can see the flight logs here. We broke it down for you to make it easier. Les Wexner, Donald Trump 7 times, tells the times, dates, everything right here for you to look at. So if you want, we already put this on my Facebook. Here's the Black Book client list, unredacted. The first one the FBI put was redacted, so it was blacked out. But we found it already for you. I can put this link here, and here's Donald Trump for all you curious folks. Donald Trump's right there on page 85. Right there is Donald Trump, names, phone numbers. You guys can screenshot that. You can see Melania at AOL.com. You can tell we're dating ourselves with AOL right there at the Mar-a-Lago Club. So that's Donald Trump's right there. I'll show you the original Facebook video. We just did a Facebook video of the video. Now we're doing it for all of our IG fans. You can follow my Facebook at Keiki Okalani right there. And then I'll show you the intel that we dropped to make this real quick. So if you guys are following me, we tagged it with the letter. And then when you click on some more, we tagged a lot of people today. If you didn't know, I'll show you guys the results. So this is the full Epstein list we sent out. And you're going to see who we contacted actually. Took from yesterday till today, 2 days, exposing the Jeffrey Epstein list. We contacted the FBI, CIA, NSA through their website, United Nations, Interpol, Hawaii Attorney General's Office, Democratic National Committee, White House, Honolulu Police Commissioners, Congress. We contacted Mazie Hirono, Brian Schatz, Ed Case, Joe Tokuda yesterday to see if they did anything. Ed Case did respond back. I can show you guys the email. Then you guys, if you know the Republicans or Democrats, I'll just go over the list. Representative Ted Lieu, Ro Khanna, Jamie Raskin, Nancy Macy, Thomas Massey, Jim Jordan, Zoe Lofgren, Jasmine Crockett, Joey Negussi, Sidney Kamlager Dove, Becca Balint, Lucy McBath, Deborah Ross, Mary Gay Scanlon, Pramila Jayapal, Laura Lee, Mike Johnson, Nancy Pelosi, Hakeem Jeffries, Catherine Clark, Pete Aguilar, Steve Scalise, Tom Emmer, Lisa McLean, Kevin Hearn. News media contacts, Wall Street Journal, CNN, Fox News, New York Times, NBC, Washington Post, Politico, The New Republic, Axios, The Hill, ABC, CBS, KITV, KHON, Hawaii News Now, Honolulu Civil Beat, Star Advertiser. We just sent the local stuff today because we want to make sure it goes national and worldwide global. We did attempt to reach Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, Jon Stewart, The Daily Show, Stephen Colbert, Seth Meyers, Joe Rogan, Patrick David from Value Entertainment did respond back. We got an email from Bernadette, Candace Owens, Alex Jones, David Icke, AJ from the Y-Files, Elon Musk, and Grok. So we sent all the intel list right here, and we had to summarize it right here so you can see the agencies, how we counted them, the tips. We even got a reference code from the CIA, Juliet Hotel Foxtrot 8, Sierra, Quebec, Whiskey, Xylophone, Xerox. So you can see how we contacted them. If you contact the White House, you only get 4,000 characters max. CIA is 2,000, FBI is 1,000. And some, when you contact these emails, you are able to put a lot of stuff, but for Jill Tokuda and certain reps, you can only put 2,000 characters max, so you don't really get to see all the intel. So because I didn't believe these 4 only in people Hawaii could do anything of a difference, I also contacted the main heads and chairs for the Republican House, Speaker Mike Johnson, who just talked on the news. So I emailed him the same intel I'm telling all of you guys. Hawaii's getting the first scoops, and where it follows us on IG and FB, they're definitely getting the faster intel because Ted Lieu, they're talking about it on Instagram, but they're not showing you the names and the lists. And these are all the people on these committees, the news outlets, because you kept on hearing CNN repeat it. It was irritating me, so I just dropped the whole intel for them. And we know Joe Moore is not going to print the news. Civil Beat might have a chance, but the Star Advertiser could make a lot of money just printing out the list we're going to go over with all of you. You guys already know my Instagram. So we're going to load this up to here. We do have an X, the American Party, OG, right there. To follow Elon Musk's lead, we started the American Party on X Twitter, which is his own thing. So he can show you right here. So we did get some emails back real briefly. The White House did contact us back. I can show you guys. The White House from Washington. I did send this to President Donald Trump. Even though he's on the list, President Donald J. Trump recently secured a massive trade deal with Japan. Blah, blah, blah. It has nothing to do with the Jeffrey Epstein files. Just so you know, show you guys the proof. You can see the other Congress people. It's just merely a thank you. Here we got from Congressman Ed Case. And you guys are going to trip out here. The Honorable Shelby Pikachu Billionaire. They called me the Honorable Billionaire right there from Ed Case. The Honorable Billionaire. Mahalo for contacting me with your support for releasing the files related to the investigation to Jeffrey Epstein. Although some documents related to the investigation may have been released. So this link goes back to this page we originally started with. So Ed Case is giving me the same intel we already went. And then he says it's under investigation. I'm just going to paraphrase all this so not to bore you all. And so you guys are ahead of the game, right? So now we're going to go to Bernadette from PBD. If you guys watch Valuetainment, Patrick Bet David, they said, "Hi, Pikachu. Thank you for reaching out. We appreciate your suggestion. I'll send this over to the team to review and consider. If they're interested, they'll reach out to you due to high number of suggestions. If you're looking for immediate answer, you can reach out to Head of Research, Brandon Aceto on Instagram, who I did send through a private message DM. So now let's go over the list of names because I know you guys are curious. So I have it on my Intel list here. You can see the names in black and white. And we'll see, you can also see it on my Facebook if we scroll down. Because these are the people we contacted. So all of this is already on public record. All the links you can click on. Facebook's a lot easier to use than IG. So this is the same flight logs you can see. Ben Affleck right here. Ehud Barak, the former prime minister. And it says when they went from New York to Palm Beach. David Copperfield one time from New York to Palm Beach. And these are the additional notes. Trump confirmation. Donald Trump is explicitly listed in the flight logs for 7 flights. DJT. Famous politicians. You're going to see the names here. Ehud Barak. Tony Blair. All these other names. Hillary Clinton. Bill Clinton. And when we go to the royals. Rothschilds, of course. They're not royal. Royal pain in the butt. And then the famous well-known people. Ben Affleck. Julie Andrews, that's Mary Poppins. And you're going to see all these other names, A through Z, Michael Bloomberg. And that's why a lot of people don't want this to come out, Tom Brady. So you could just read this name out, Edgar Bronfman, that's the Illuminati families. Sandra Bullock's on here, Warren Buffett, Pat Buchanan, Naomi Campbell, James Cameron. And it tells you, if you didn't know, Titanic, Avatar, Tucker Carlson is on here. Jimmy Carter, Jim Carrey, Cher, Deepak Chopra, Chris Christie, the chubby fat guy. See, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, George Clooney, Phil Collins. And you guys can see the list right here. Katie Couric, your name's right on here. You're a client on the Black Book. Kevin Costner. Do they say anything about this? Not really. Sheryl Crow, Russell Crowe, we know. Tom Cruise, Ted Cruz, Billy Crystal, Tim Curry. So you're going to see all these names right here on this list. Robert De Niro. I won't go through it all with you guys. You guys can check it out. I'll send you the links on the Black Book. I cannot put all of this on the IG description, but you can see how it goes all the way down. These are not all of the names. These are what most people know because you can click on the book yourself. Schwarzenegger, of course, we know Will Smith, Snoop Dogg, Kevin Spacey, Britney Spears, Steven Spielberg, Bruce Springsteen, Sylvester Stallone, Ringo Starr, and it goes on and on until we get to who? Mark Zuckerberg, Catherine Zeta-Jones as well. So these are the names on the list, on the Epstein list that you guys can check out. And I'll figure a way, because you can't put the whole list onto IG. We do have limits. And when we're done with this, we'll post it on the profile here, because it should upload automatically for Legendary Billionaire. You guys can check us out, find us out. So thank you all for those who tuned in. And I'm glad you guys watched it at Kauai or Hawaii. Aminana, aloha. If you guys are watching, yoroshiku. Nihonjin mo suki da yo. Let's see if we can close this out. So thank you for all. We found the Epstein files. If you want to know, I'll put the links below so you guys can follow along. We can't put the full list because it doesn't fit and max us out on characters. That's how they get you. We can't send it all, and sometimes the emails don't work because you just can't email your pediatrician because they don't accept emails. You have to go to their website. Pain in the butt. They do it on purpose. But now you guys and girls know the truth, and may the truth set you free. Always be the light. May the force be with you always. You can follow us online. We do have a website, ohanaunityparty.com. We're making a brand new political party because we don't care about the donkeys or the elephants. We know it's rigged. We got the Office of Elections meeting coming up on next week, Wednesday, the 30th. You can follow Ralph Kushney because we caught the fraud in Kauai and Big Island. And if they screwed up the elections, we got pedophile president, corrupt rapist, DOJ, AG is lying to everyone on planet Earth because we just showed you the client list, the flight logs, and the files. So may the force be with you always. You guys have a beautiful night, and I'll see you guys in cyberspace. Aloha. Chihoo. Pika pika.
You are not hidden. Never been a moment you were forgotten. You are not hopeless. Though you have been broken, your innocence stolen.
I hear you whisper underneath your breath. I hear your SOS, your SOS.
I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true, I will rescue you.
Yeah. Oh, there is no distance that cannot be covered over and over. You're not defenseless. I'll be your shelter, I'll be your armor.
Oh, I hear you whisper underneath your breath.
I hear your SOS, your SOS. I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true, I will rescue you. Oh, I will Should have stayed. Were there signs I ignored? Can I help you not to hurt anymore? We saw brilliance when the world was asleep. That we can have but can't keep. If they say, who cares if one more light goes out in the sky of a million stars? It flickers, flickers. Who cares when someone's time runs out? If a moment is all we are, quicker. Who cares if one more light goes out? Well, I do. The reminders pull the floor from your feet. In the kitchen, one more chair. You're angry, and you should be. It's not fair. Just 'cause you can't see it doesn't mean it isn't there. If they say, who cares if one more light goes out in the sky of a million stars? Flickers, flickers. Who cares when someone's time runs out? If a moment is all we are, we're quicker, quicker. Who cares if one more light goes out? Well, I do.
Aloha. Aloha, oi, e ke ona noho I ka lipo. One fond embrace, a hoia, until we meet again.